Getting a hot evening meal after work is something many of us take for granted. For some migrant workers, such a meal is often promised and paid for, but not delivered. Many worker dormitories have their own canteens or internal food delivery, but some workers, in an effort to cut costs, order cheaper food from outside caterers or unregistered food providers. However, the way in which this food is delivered can turn a healthy meal into a health hazard. Over the course of 2 weeks from March 23rd this year, the Straits Times observed food packages left outside migrant worker dormitories. The packages were dropped off by third-party food delivery companies. Due to workers' long shifts, it can be hours before they're picked up. This leaves the workers with cold food, turned rancid from being left exposed to the elements, and in some cases, vermin. During the observations, the Straits Times saw questionable food handling practices by both caterers and food delivery firms. Packets of food wrapped in greaseproof paper or in styrofoam boxes were left outside dormitories for the workers to pick up. Some were left in metal or plastic containers. Others were merely hung along fences in plastic bags, or worse still, left on the floor near rubbish bins. In one case, bags of food were left under a police surveillance camera. Many migrant workers put in overtime. This means their food can be left unattended for more than 4 hours. General Labourer Magesh says that he and his co-workers have made numerous complaints as they have experienced food that has turned bad due to exposure to the elements. He pays $130 a month for catered meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner. These are left at a park about 70 metres away from his dormitory. Along a 60-metre stretch of the park, the Straits Times saw more than 20 individually labelled boxes. In late March, we spoke to Yanai, a construction worker from Myanmar. He was disappointed to find his breakfast and lunch had gone bad.
No boss, now see no boss.
And
How do I makan?
but you have no choice, but you just makan lah.
I know makan. Now this one like that I throw.
It's also a difficult situation for the delivery men. One told the Straits Times that it's hard to deliver food directly when workers are regularly on overtime. Dormitories and work sites are also in remote areas and often do not allow food to be dropped off. So the options for a safe delivery location are between limited and none. Of the 25 dormitories that Straits Times visited in the west, central and east areas, food boxes were seen unattended outside 10 of the dormitories. Some packets had fallen prey to rats and birds or had attracted other unwelcome ingredients. The food label on this packet says it is ready to eat at 1 p.m. and it is to be consumed by 5 p.m. However, the photo was taken at 7 p.m. It's not healthy. Food poisoning can occur if food is left out at room temperature for more than 2 hours, or more than 1 hour if that temperature is above 30 degrees centigrade. Only 2 dorms had sheltered premises for food. Another worker we spoke to, an escalator technician called Bashar, says that most dorms allow migrant workers to eat at their canteens or cook in a shared kitchen. He pays $135 a month and eats at his dorm's kitchen. Alex Au, the vice president of non-profit organisation Transient Workers Count 2, says that at the current catering rate of $130 a month, suppliers will cut corners. All food establishments licensed by the Singapore Food Agency, including caterers, are required to comply with SFA's regulatory requirements, regardless of who they supply food to. In this case, that means food should be delivered in a timely manner, and it should be collected promptly upon delivery. After being alerted by the Straits Times, Dormitory Association Singapore Limited reached out to the dormitories and confirmed the street-side containers are not provided by the dormitory operators. There is some hope. Premium Catering hopes their smart incubators will be a game changer. Currently, these special access cabinets are located at Sungai Tengah Lodge Dormitory and can keep about 60 packets of food warm until they are collected. In the meantime, the Ministry of Manpower said it is investigating the matter of workers' food delivery, and it will take the necessary enforcement action against dormitory operators who breach regulations and who fail to ensure that their residents have access to safe, catered food.